In his first speech since taking office, the new leader of Hezbollah, Naim Qassem, did not close the door to the possibility of a ceasefire in Lebanon and did not set conditions for an end to the attacks on Gaza first. Lebanese Prime Minister Mikati also raised hopes by saying that a ceasefire could take place in the coming hours. As the hope for a ceasefire grew, 7 people were killed in a Hezbollah rocket attack on Haifa.
Has Naim Qassem, the new leader of Lebanese Hezbollah, given the green light to a ceasefire with Israel? Qassem spoke for the first time after replacing Hassan Nasser. He said that we will continue to implement our war plan, but he did not close the door to the possibility of a ceasefire, and it did not require Israel to stop its attacks on Gaza first.
And we are on the road to war.
So far, there has been no project that Israel has accepted and that we would agree to negotiate. We will not beg for a ceasefire. If the Israelis decide to end their aggression, we will accept it on terms we see fit.
We will stay. We've succeeded in the Israeli threat.
The US is pushing for a ceasefire. Amos Hochstein, a senior advisor to Biden, was in Beirut last week. According to American officials who spoke to the Axios news website, the talks made significant progress. Hochstein then left for Israel on Wednesday with White House Middle East advisor Brett McGurk. Before that, he spoke by phone with Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati. Speaking to the Lebanese press after that call, Mikati said he was hopeful. However, just as the hope for a ceasefire was rising, Hezbollah attacked Haifa with a salvo of rockets. At least 7 Israelis were killed. It was the deadliest attack by Hezbollah on Israeli territory. Earlier, Israeli media reported that the Netanyahu administration was considering the option of a ceasefire in Lebanon. The Israeli army informed Netanyahu that Hezbollah had been dealt a major blow and that the conditions for a ceasefire were in place. This is because both the pressure from the US and the losses on the front are putting pressure on Israel. Yeah, so what kind of deal is on the table? The Israeli press published a draft of a possible ceasefire agreement. According to that draft, only the Lebanese army and the United Nations peacekeeping force will be deployed in southern Lebanon, in accordance with the United Nations Security Council resolution that ended the war of 2006. Arms production in Lebanon will be controlled by the government. Only the Lebanese army will be allowed to supply arms. The agreement will be implemented within 60 days. Within 7 days of the ceasefire being announced, Israel will gradually withdraw all its forces from Lebanon. The Lebanese army will dismantle all non-state military infrastructure in the south.